Hi guys, this is Adam checking in with doing my PRP vlog thing. Just went to see Dr. Fullerton for an assessment, and this is what we found. So for my neck and my jaw, that's been bothering me for forever. After the last treatment, all the symptoms diminished, but they were still there. And so like it still hurts to tuck my jaw. I still find myself cracking my neck. I still find tightness, pain here, but it's all less. So what he did, he addressed my pec minor and stratus anterior, and that seemed to really help, but it's still not complete. So what he did is he pressed on like the pec minor and stratus, pushed down, and asked me to tuck my jaw to see if I could still get that pain and tightness here. And so I could, and then he tried a little higher, maybe my pec major, pressed down, whatever, locked it down, asked the same thing, still pain. And then he reached up here above the collarbone, pressed down, locked it, and then all of a sudden I could move a lot more, and it didn't hurt. So apparently, fascially speaking, like the pec minor, the stratus, pec major, and the Omohyoid, I could be messing all this up, but the pec minor at least and the Omohyoid are fascially like connected. And so it seems that the Omohyoid down here, which he's already treated back here before, but here around the clavicle, the Omohyoid seems to be damaged. So we're gonna get that looked at, or get that treated when I go in for treatment. My right hip hurts right in the front. I guess I don't, what the front of a right hip looks like, right? It really hurts when I try to raise my, keep moving to demonstrate the movement. When I try to raise my knee up to my chest, like say when I bend over to put on pants or shoes, it hurts. It hurts a lot in a very small, like that big, like section on the front top part of my hip, right where the inguinal crease is. It sucks because I put on shoes and pants, at least once every day. And every day it's just like, get that groan, that pain. It also hurts if I lie flat on my back, face up, and bring my knees up, or bring my legs up, with my feet parallel, my shins parallel to the ground. I think it's called a dead bug. Holding that position hurts a lot. So given that information, and given the fact that Dr. Fullerton has looked at like all of my groin and treated all of my adductors, all my groin muscles, he then looked at my Obtuator Externus, so my external obturator, which is a hip muscle. And apparently it's very hard to look at, hard to examine under the ultrasound wand. But he found it, and it looked damaged. And when he like pressed it down, locked it down, I was able to raise my knee to my chest with a lot less pain. I think it was a lot less pain instead of no pain, because that muscle is just hard to get to. So that's what we're going to get treated in the next treatment. I really hope that works. Another thing with the Obtuator is that like I can't, if I try to squat or something and keep my knees together, I really can't do that. My right leg has to flare out, and that's kind of a sign of the Obtuator not really working and other muscles taking over the motion to try to help. So that is what seems to be going on with that. Okay. In May, a couple months ago, I competed in a combine style competition, did the 40-yard dash. It was the first event, and I got a new personal best, 5.5 seconds, for being the heaviest that I was at 231 pounds. That was impressive to me. But it took a strain on my body, and I tore my groin. Not my right side, which we've been talking about, but my left side, my other side, of course. So we think maybe the adductor brevis, not sure, not important, but went to a chiropractor to get it treated, to try to accelerate healing and stuff like that. Just make sure the tissue's all fascially separated. And his guess was that the groin was compensating for a malfunctioning internal oblique, and so it compensated so much that it tore. So given that information, I went to Dr. Fullerton, and I told him this, and we checked it out, and yeah, the chiropractor was right. We looked at my internal oblique, and there's some fuzziness under the ultrasound scans, that the fuzziness is on this side, and it's not on this side. It's clearly defined on this side. So yeah, and also once again, when I pressed down and locked down, I could raise or keep I'm on my back with my leg raised, and he would push down, and I could kind of keep it up, but not really. And then when he pressed down on my internal oblique and locked it down, then so that was like strong and without pain. So we're getting that treated. I'm hoping that those things are related to my back pain. However, in case they're not, he didn't look at this, but I did discuss how my physical therapist seems to detect and think that there's some instability between my L5 and my SI joint, and that's causing a lot of the pain. So that is something that is very common for Dr. Fullerton that I've seen a lot of. He doesn't need to spend any time really on that with the assessment, because he's already spending like 5 hours on me. So at the treatment, when I go in for a treatment, he's going to check it out, and if it's there, he's going to treat it real quick, and if not, we're going to move on. So that's interesting. So the 4 things that we're going to have examined him, and the 3 things that we're definitely going to have treated then is my Omohyoid in the front, as opposed to being treated in the back, my internal oblique, again on my left side, because I really messed up this side of my core, and then on my right side, going to treat the Obtuator Externus. So those are the things that we're going to do. And if we have time, I'm going to try to have Dr. Fullerton check out this shoulder, because doing overhead press, holding a dumbbell, for example, here, perfectly fine. And then when it gets to a certain point, then it's a real sharp stabbing pain, like right here. And it does also hurt when doing overhead press. So I'd like to, if I can get that fixed, I'm gonna try my hardest to lobby to get him to do that. So 4, maybe 5 things will be treated. I'm a hot mess, dude. Sometimes I feel like Humpty Dumpty, but these things are, every time I go to Dr. Fullerton, I'm like, this hurts when I do this, and he's like, all right, it's because of, this muscle is damaged, this ligament is damaged, and then he treats it, and then it no longer hurts. It's something new. If you've been looking at any of my entries, you would, understand that's the story of my life. So, I guess PSA, never work out on corticosteroids and antibiotics. So that's what I did, and that's how I effed up my body so much. Anyway, so I'm going to be seeing Dr. Fullerton later in August. It's the end of July, so 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll record that, and we'll see if I become a new man. Well, every time I become a new man, just hopefully this is the last of it. Yeah, if I get this fixed, then that's it. That's the end of the pain, discomfort up here. So, prospect is very exciting. Always is. That's why I guess I keep going. All right, this is Adam signing off.